The fact that anybody would tell somebody they can't do something is because that's what they told themselves. So put that on you. Don't put that on me. You don't know me. I didn't see anyone like me on TV. I mean, there was Oprah, but I'm like, that's Oprah. Ooh, I'm getting warm, honey. It's hot today.
Hi everyone, it's Paolo. Okay, I am so happy because today I get to talk to the very talented and very funny actor, author, producer, and comedian, Michelle Buteau. Now, the second season of her hit Netflix show, Survival of the Thickest, is out, and I have to say it is one of the best shows because Michelle and the cast are hilarious. So stop what you're doing because you are going to laugh and you are going to be inspired by her. I'll see you with Michelle.
Spoonful of Apollo. Here we go.
All right, so if you're ready, I'm ready. Oh, Michelle, I cannot thank you enough for being a guest on A Spoonful of Apollo. I've been waiting for this. I love you, and just thank you, okay?
Oh my God, thank you. You're like the Zumba instructor that I've always wanted to have. I love this so much. Thank you.
Oh, well. I'm so honored. I'll be your Zumba instructor. I want to start by saying really congratulations on an amazing season 2 of Survival of the Thickest. I mean, it's like you say, it is bigger, blacker, better. It's hilarious. I am so proud of you because this season, I mean, it's everything you want it to be. Such an inclusive cast. The topics you guys touch with so much heart, love, humor.
Yes.
This has to feel like a dream project for you.
It does. It feels like a dream. Like every step of the process is just like, oh my God, I get to sit in a writer's room for 8 hours, 5 days a week. You know, like I get to be on set for 14 hours and create these wonderful stories. And, you know, stand-up comedians, we're crazy. We can do something 1,100 times and still find something fun about it. So I love working. I love these stories. I love the people I work with. I love that I get to do this. I love the post, the editing. I mean, you know, episode 6, the category is love, when we have Peppermint get married in the House of Balenciaga, and Honey Balenciaga comes and does like a whole ballroom dance. I'm like, yeah, should we do it again? Yes, let's do it for another hour. Are you insane? This is like my own Coachella.
Wow, when I think of your story, like how it started, because like you and your husband had like a furniture store. He found you Joan Rivers' desk. I think their store, it was in Bushwick, and you wrote your memoir on that desk. I think that was in 2019. This memoir, which is still out, everybody. It's so good. When you wrote it, and then I think later, Kristen Zoyner, who used to be an executive producer at Netflix, she read your book and she's like, this has to be a show. This has to be a show. When you were writing your book on that desk, like if Joan Rivers' spirit could like speak to you, what do you think she would have said to you as you're writing your story that was going to become this famous like show on Netflix?
Okay, first of all, I will get to that question, but what in the Barbara Walters wearing sequence could never is happening right now? Thank you so much for doing the research, because so many people just show up and they just sort of phone it in and they go to Instagram and they read hashtags and, you know, they try to have a conversation. But thank you for just, you know, understanding the 411 and the blood, sweat, and tears it takes to even get something happening and knowing just the details. So I'm just so impressed. Thank you very much for that.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I felt like I was chilling Joan, and all I heard was, bitch, get it done.
Yes.
Bitch, get it done. Because we artists, you know, we overtalk, we overthink. There's imposter syndrome. What's the point? All these really negative thoughts. And I just heard Joan in my head saying, bitch, get it done. Who cares? You know, you're better than most. Keep trying. Just get it done. And so that was me falling asleep at the desk almost every night trying to finish chapters and stuff.
Wow, and you did it, and look where you are today. I mean, I'm not going to give too much away because I know people will binge watch season 2 after this interview, but the first episode takes place in Rome. My family's from Italy, and I know you did it in one take.
God.
That water fountain, when you drank the water from the water fountain, you did it so good, because every time we go to Italy, I have the same problem. It's like it makes a mess. You can wear your nice Easter.
It does.
It makes a mess. Oh my God! But you did it so good. What was it like for you, like to take your show that you created, and take it to Rome, and you get to tape this special episode?
It was again like living a dream. Like I'm gonna look back on this like and it just have so many fond memories, but also the lesson for me is just like, girl, you can do anything. Just try it. Like when I was writing that first episode, When in Rome, comma bitch, we could play a lot of places for Rome and New York. You know, New York has that vibe.
Yep.
And in fact, we did a lot of the interiors were actually in New York, but the exteriors, like the Trevi Fountain,
Ugh.
I was like, look, we can find a fountain somewhere. We can go to Queens, Coney Island. We could do it. But I'm just like, why does Emily in Paris get to have her dream, but Mavis in Brooklyn can't? And so, you know, shout out to my line producer, Willie Friedman, who was very, you know, creative with the budget, and showrunner Danielle Sanchez-Witzel, and even Ali Reek at A24. She was like, look, we had a similar budget when we were filming Robbie, and we went to Egypt for like 2 episodes. So let's see what we can do. Because, you know, you get this budget for a show and you're like, how can I maximize New York? But it's just it's like, wow, how can I like think bigger and better and go elsewhere? And I really want to tell that story because I'm married to a European.
Yep.
You kind of make things work when you have no money. And you know, Italy is such a special place. And so, and I wasn't even supposed to be at I'm getting warm, honey. It's hot today.
It must be my sequin.
Oh my, it's your sequin, honey. She's hot today. Woo! But yeah, I mean, Italy's so beautiful. I'm so glad we could go. It's insane.
And I want
insane.
I want everyone to know, like, the last episode, which I won't give anything away, but the taxi cab scene where Luca, who I am in love with, and I want Mavis and Luca to work it all out, but that's all I'll say, was so, the writing that Luca took it, like he took that stand for Mavis. It was like, oh, that's my brother. You know, I was just so excited. When you were writing Luca, did that represent your husband? Because, you know, this summer you guys will be married for 15 years. I know it started off as a one-night stand. He's Dutch. Like, did you get that idea?
How do you know more about my life than my mother-in-law?
Oops.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I feel like fashion tells a story. And, you know, when we first meet Luca, he is, you know, this very handsome guy. We don't know he has a good job. It's reflected in his suit and his hair. We see him, you know, casually become more casual, and he's dating in New York and hanging out with her. Now, in season 2, when we finally see him show up again, sorry, spoiler alert, I wanted him to look more Brooklyn. I wanted him to look more New York. I wanted the clothes and the hair to reflect him living in another country, because that does happen, right? And that also was a parallel in my relationship with my husband. And you know, it was really attractive seeing his New Yorker come out, his inner New Yorker. So whether it's him trying to get a seat on the subway for me, or hold the door open for like old ladies, or help a lady with her, you know, baby stroller up or down the street, or like cuss somebody out, I'm like, that's hot. And so I didn't know exactly how I wanted that to look. And one of our writers, Grace Edwards, who's amazing, who's worked on Insecure and Running Point, she's badass. She was like, you know, my girl was dating this guy, we were not sure about him, and then a moment like with a car happened like that, and he cussed this guy out, and we all looked at each other in the friend group and we were like, she's gonna be okay. And I was like, that's it, because I wanted it in and around a taxi, because they kind of like started their relationship in a taxi. You know, because Gumby Sticky, also a true story.
Oh, that's so good. You know, it's like when I see you talk about your show, I see this independent woman. I know your mom raised you to be independent. I mean, when you were 5 years old, you would get your clothes ready before you went to school, you know, and you would wake up early and make your own.
Wild. I do number 2.
Wait, and there's more because you would wake up early before school, make your own breakfast. I know your grandma Mavis, who obviously you named your character after, like she taught you how to cook. How proud do you think your grandma would be of you today and this show, this hit popular show that people
Uh,
love so much?
she'd be losing her mind. She'd be so happy. She was so vibrant and really just create a community and safe spaces and would just like low key adopt people and feed people. And that's how she met my grandfather. She had a pot of food she was selling on a corner in Jamaica. And this French dude just he just rolled up and he just kept coming back for her stew. And so, I think she'd be like tickled, like really, 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 really happy and proud. And so it's so nice hearing her name all day on set. What would Mavis do? Where does Mavis go? Yeah, it makes me feel like she's still with me.
She is. She really is. And then when you were like 7 or 8 years old, you had your own magazine, Head Over Heels, because you live in a cul-de-sac in Jersey, okay? And you, listen, girl, you would like write.
You got it.
You would write all these stories that was happening around the cul-de-sac, and then you would put it in the mailbox up until the neighbors complained to your parents that was so rude and told them for you to stop doing that. But I wonder, did your parents, I mean, at such a young age, did they have any idea that you had that it thing in you, that you were clever, you were smart, you were talented? Did they know that at 7 or 8 years old?
No, I don't think so.
Gosh.
I think I was just the only child with a really big imagination. And they were like, as long as she's not annoying when she's little, and as long as she doesn't get pregnant in high school, and as long as she finishes this college, this degree, she gets this degree so we can hang it on our walls. Like, no, I think they were just thinking like any immigrant parents do, like just make me proud. So this is really like icing on the cake for them.
Yeah, but I thought that Oprah was the first one who had her own magazine and the Oprah Winfrey Show. But girl, you had your own talk show too. You had your magazine and your talk show. I think it was called the Cabbage Patch Kid Pound Puppy Club because your parents, your
Oh
mom,
my
your mom
God.
didn't want you to do like watch cartoons on Saturday morning. She wanted you to be productive, and you were productive because you did your own show. Did you ever? Was that on your vision board? Like being a host of a show, daytime show? Was that there? Did you see it?
I mean, now that I look back, it was definitely in the cards. Like, why am I forcing other 8 to 11-year-olds to bring stories about their pound puppies and Cabbage Patch? Why am I forcing people into? Do you know what I mean? But I'm also like baking them banana bread and being like, eat this, and they're like, I don't like bananas. I'm like, you'll like this. There's sugar. I don't even know what I was doing. And then even like I remember hanging out in the bathroom after school when my parents were still at work, and I would hang out in the bathroom and take all like little products that were about to end and make like a and make like a a cooking show in the bathroom because I love Julia Childs, and I would do like a low budget with all the empty toothpaste, and now that I look back on it, it's just like, girl, you were bored, but you also wanted to be a host. Like, what are you doing?
I know. When you said the bathroom, I remember there's a story that when your mom would go to the supermarket, she would buy the Enquirer, and then you would cut out pieces, go to the bathroom, and you would do like a recap of what you just cut out. And I'm like, and then I no, but I think 'cause then you went to Florida, you went to go study journalism, and then I remember the one teacher who literally said in front of the class that you were too big to be on camera. And I know the school has apologized to you since you started talking about this, but what did that one, that when the professor said that to you, when he said that to you, what did that do to you hearing that and in front of the whole class?
Oh my God, can I just say congratulations, Patrick, you got a good one.
Oh,
Like whatever
wait,
trip,
hold on.
whatever
Did you hear that?
Thank you.
what?
I agree.
Like you got a good
I
one.
agree.
Like you are so taken care of. Like those trips,
Girl,
the,
when
the
you-
meals, the
When
tickets
listen,
booked, like you just yes.
look, when you've been watching Oprah Winfrey Show for 25 years and then she's a part of your life, like I learned from the best, and I gotta admit, each guest I take very seriously. I put so much love because I love all my guests.
I love it.
I'm so blessed to choose the people I want on our show, and you've been a dream guest. So this, I'm just taking it all in. So, so continue. What happened in that moment when that teacher said that to you? What did that do to you?
At the moment I was like embarrassed, but it was like, it was a different time. Like I think we have to really recognize how much the needle has moved. Like teachers weren't allowed to tell us that we were ugly or stupid. They used the R word. Things were okay back then, and there was no cameras on phones to like check people or hold them accountable or like whatever this cancel culture is, right? But like, yeah, teachers would tell me I was fat or I should stop eating this or that, and that was just okay and accepted. And so when this teacher in front of the class told me, I mean, he said egregious stuff to like other people all the time, and he was kind of like giving us a spoonful of the casting couch of what you might hear in the real world. So I was embarrassed, but I didn't question him. And also, I didn't see anyone like me on TV. I mean, there was Oprah, but I'm like, that's Oprah. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, that's,
Yeah.
it's like, that's like saying there's one black singer, it's Beyonce. It's like, okay, I guess I go home now and take a nap. Like, you can't touch that. You know what I mean? So, um, it made me really appreciate where I was at because I still want to work in the arts and production, and I still wanted to have a day that felt different every day because my parents had corporate jobs which just felt like Groundhog's Day. I wanted something different. I wanted projects. I wanted community. I wanted to be out in the streets with cameras. I want to be in a studio with camera. Like I still got what I wanted, and I'm so glad I learned how the sausage was made, because there's no better lesson to know that today's assistant is tomorrow's executive, and that everybody that works on the show should love what they do, down to the caterer. Like, when I have a meal and it's not good, I'm like, they're not having a good day. Let me go check on them.
Oh God. Oh my God. I love that you say that. I love it. And you followed your path because then you took yourself to New York. I think it was on St. Patrick's Day in 2001, and you worked at NBC editing local news. Drink your green juice. Editing local news, and then obviously later on, 9/11 had happened, and that was the time for you that you were going through so much. You were editing these clips together. You had your mom on speakerphone when you were editing, and you had to reevaluate your life. And I know then 3 days later, on September 14, you did your first stand-up, and then you ended up taking classes at American Comedy Institute. Do you think that comedy like saved your life and saved your soul and brought you to this place of where you were meant to be?
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, stand-up was kind of like what I was doing anyways to like fight or flight, like to survive. Like, being the only child, going to new schools, walking in a classroom, having nobody that has like a reference of you or for you, because there's no older sibling, to be like, oh, that's so and so, so and so. Like, it was just all me. And then I didn't even realize I was cracking jokes to like save myself. And so I'm like, oh, this is amazing. This is where nobody cares how big or small or dark or light I am, how long my hair is, how short, how thin, or like, it was like where I could let my freak flag fly. And the more I found my voice and the more I was myself, the better the show was. And so the way I get on with my friends, with my little Kiki, I could get on stage with perfect strangers and they loved it. And then I started like booking more hosting gigs and other gigs because of being myself.
Oh.
When like this, I had to like unlearn everything in a very joyful way, because the whole time I was like, speak when spoken to, hold your tummy in when you sit down, cover your mouth when you burp, and apologize for existing. So what was I doing? What was I doing?
Well,
Anyways.
I mean, look at you, almost 25 years you've been doing stand-up comedy, like, which is amazing. I mean, you started like doing it in small towns, laundromats, strip clubs, and you think about that girl who left her comfort area, like from her home to go start this new life, new career. You have to like applaud yourself, because it's always, for all of us, I think, when you get out of your comfort area, it could be really nerve-wracking, but you didn't let that voice scare you. You still did it, and look where you are today. So salute.
Yeah, thank you. I think the nerve-wracking part is the exciting part. When people are like, do you get nervous? I'm like, I get excited. I think it's the same thing. It's perspective. Like, marriage is scary. I'm like, what are we doing? This is crazy, but it's scary and it's exciting.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, at least you tried. I think the scariest part is not living. Having an able body and just sitting in a room waiting for shit to happen to you is the scariest thing. And taking a chance and learning from it is amazing. And I tell my kids all the time, when we're playing Uno. You're not losing, you're learning. So like, let's just learn something.
Ah, it's so true. It's so good. Recently you posted something on your Instagram, and I think it was a video of you and your father. It was taken during the time President Obama wanted to legalize gay marriage. And you wrote something that I thought was really, you spoke from your heart, and I'm going to quote you. You said, "I miss talking to my dad, although he's still physically with us. Dementia is a beast. The people that raised me and the people that raised them stand on business when it comes to love and equality. There's so much corruption in the world. We're gonna have to make our own joy if we can't find it. I know my dad would have loved the show. I know what it is like when you have someone who's sick and you become that caregiver that first second. It changes your life. It's stress, it's hard, but there's still joy in it, as hard as it is. So I just want to ask you, how are you doing today, with everything?"
I don't know. I think I'm doing surprisingly well. Um, the good part is also the bad part in that this happens to a lot of people, and so I have friends I could talk to about it. It's made me focus. When people want to, bullshit with me, I simply tell them I don't have time, energy, or space. I don't have the bandwidth. You could do that with someone else. I really do believe that I'm lucky to be here. We're not promised tomorrow. And so, like, it's just made me really see the good, but then also recognize the bad in 2.2. And so if people want to mess around, they can go do that elsewhere. But and that is something my dad would completely do too. And so, you know, um, I believe that it feels like he's in a purgatory. Like he's physically here. And so I love that I can still put my head on his chest because I've done that since I was little. And it's all I remember. It's my first memory of his like heartbeat and his chest hair and his gold chains and, his accent. But then it feels like he's also with me, like with my grandma. Like I carry them. And that's why I think I know history is so important. Like not just banning these history books is so fucking egregious, but
Yep.
also, whether it's a song or a dance or a recipe, this is like how we carry the people who raised us with us and pass that on. And so I feel like they're with me because it's just like, oh my God. And my dad's name is Michelle. I was named after him. His name
Wow.
is Michelle Buteau. So yeah, it's like, it sucks, but it's not bad. It's sad, but it's still good. It's very confusing.
Well, you have a special dad. I mean, I know he's worked so hard. I mean, I think he traveled over to like 70 countries. He speaks so many languages with his work. So hold on to that joy, to the love, to the memories every time you're with him and just keep it close to your heart because that's what keeps us going further because I know our parents are our everything, and they did such a lovely job in
Yeah.
raising you because look where you are today, okay?
Ayo.
Okay, this is why I wanted you on our show because you inspire me. Like, I know everybody knows the whole story. You manifested 2 kids, a show, a compost in your backyard. We all know that. And then, on top of this, you're the first woman to tape a comedy special at Radio City Music Hall, which everyone can watch on Netflix. I just think it's so amazing. And when I think about that little girl in you who had a lot of setbacks and being told by professors or family members, who, you're too big or you can't be on camera, but it's like you didn't listen to them. You kept moving forward and forward and forward. And you are here today with a successful book, a show, your stand-up. What would you say to that little girl who almost gave up or maybe didn't know where she was going to be in, 25 years? What would you say to her?
I mean, listen to yourself, Listen to yourself. I feel like people who love to talk usually have nothing to say. I don't know why you're talking to me so much. You should be doing something for yourself. And so,
Oh,
listening to everybody's opinion all the time actually was great because I was like, oh my God, like, I don't want to be that. Like, learn from the good and the bad because, yeah, what are you talking about? Stop talking and start living. Shut up.
ooh.
The fact that anybody would tell somebody they can't do something is because that's what they told themselves. So put that on you. Don't put that on me. You don't know me. You know, even though we're related, get out of here. This is not the same ingredients. You got to move on, bitch.
Oh.
Double tap my stuff. You don't get tickets. Bye bye.
Oh my God. Okay, last thing. Speaking
No.
of, okay, that's so good. Amen to that. Speaking of tickets, I want everyone to know that you are going on tour. You're going to kick off your tour, Surviving and Thriving Tour. It starts, I think, in Madison, Wisconsin on September 11. And then you will be here in Chicago on September 12. What do you want people to know about you going back on tour? You know, like tickets are online. I know they can get them, but what do you want them to know? Like, what is this tour? What can they expect?
My goodness, I picked the name Surviving and Thriving because it's like that's what I feel like we're all doing every day.
Yeah.
You know, the highs are high and the lows are low, and we need each other more than ever. Whatever the affiliation is, whatever the expression is, whatever the partner is or isn't, it's just like we need to come together and laugh. It's so healing to even do this with your face. And so that's what it is. It's gonna be petty. It's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be important. It's gonna be vintage at this point because, you know, I shout out to all my friends sending me hilarious memes and TikToks. But can we just laugh in person? Can we put on a record with no electricity? You're just like, can we just get back to it?
Yes.
So that's what this is gonna be. It's gonna be vintage. It's like you gotta dress up, wear comfortable shoes now. Don't wear the shoes you think you should wear. Okay, I don't want to see people walking uncomfortably with their little picky toes with the heartbeat and stuff. That's not sexy. Okay, accountability is sexy. Wear the cute sneakers. Okay, wear the thigh meat. All that. Okay, we're gonna laugh. And you're gonna have a good time because there's no refunds.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's a yes. We're gonna see you in Chicago. So I cannot wait. I think we're in the second row, so you'll see the two gays there. Okay, so we want to do this for you because I am so grateful to have you on A Spoonful of Paulo. So what we wanted to do to honor you is we're gonna be donating $250 to the Drag Defense Fund in honor of you, Michelle. Okay. And they support the ACLU's work in defending LGBTQ plus rights, fighting censorship, protecting drag as a form of creative expression. So,
amen. Thank you. Can I match that?
yes. Oh my God, for sure. Okay.
Let's do it.
Well, hold that match.
Let's do it.
We got one more for you, okay? We're going to be donating another $250 to the Dementia Society of America, okay? In honor of you and the love you have for your father and everyone else who's dealing with dementia. We are thinking of you, and this is for you, okay?
Thank you. I will also match that.
Oh my God. Oh, Michelle, I don't know. You're just pure joy. Like, I just want you to know, I know I speak for a lot of people who follow you on social media, who love you, who are going to be coming to see you on the tour, is that when everyone's going through something in life, you know, when I take my walk, I look at everyone's apartment, I look at everyone, I know that everyone in that unit is going through something. And I'm going through something, and I was going through something. But your comedy has brought so much joy to so many of us, whether we see you on the big screen.
Oh my God.
You're special, okay? It's like you bring so much joy. So I cannot wait to see you on tour because you deserve all of this. Like, you fought your way to be where you are today, and we're all supporting you, and you have so much love, and we can feel it. And I thank you, and I speak for everyone who just loves you, okay?
Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you. See you in Chicago.
Okay, I'm gonna get your favorite candy, Yorks. This is for me now. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. What? Okay. All right.
Okay. I want you to say hello to your kids, to Hazel and Otis. You're such a wonderful mom. I am so glad that you are a mom. I have to throw that in there. You deserve this so much. I know how hard it was to becoming a mom. So this is where you're supposed to be in your life. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will see you in Chicago, okay?
I can't wait, bitch. See you soon.
Come here, Patrick. Come say goodbye. The interview is done.
Thank you. Bye, Patrick. Oh my God.
So just go have a great day, okay?
Thank you guys. This has been like really, really fun and healing.
You deserve it.
I didn't expect it.
You're so loved and we love you, okay? And we'll see you in Chicago, okay? All right. Bye,
Bye.
Michelle. Bye, bye, bye.
I love you.
No, I love you. Oh, gosh, that was so nice.